Peace, everybody. Hopefully my voice is clear. My audio is good. Please do me a favor. Can you share that I'm on? I appreciate it. It's been a while since I've been on anyway. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to get up in here. Please share that I'm on. Matter of fact, I need to share that I'm on my Instagram as well, real quick. So let me do that real quick, as I forgot. And I'm actually forcing myself to get on. All right. But we're gonna talk about a few things. I haven't been on here in a while, so we're gonna go through a few things. Let me just post that I'm on real quick if y'all don't mind. Hold on one second. Let me just put I am on. Excuse me real quick. Hold on one second. Hold on, soldiers. Hold on. Let me just share. Please make sure you hit the like button, please. All right. Live now. Bitch. Okay. Excuse me. Getting over a cold too, but what's good, Michael Drone? All right, I see the notifications is working. Just please do me a favor, everybody. For the people that's in here, just do me a favor, please. Y'all don't mind. Please share and hit the like button. All right. So now we all heard of this case, and some of this you probably already heard. I'm not sure. I haven't been on live in probably over a week. All right. And this job is definitely taking a lot of my time. But anyway, so I just happened to just now. I said, let me go see if this dude has a Facebook, right? And his shit is still up. Hold on. Facebook. Okay. So this is him. This is him. Let me go to so y'all can see. This is from 2021. I'm looking up a picture right now. I'm on another screen. Give me a second so we could both like see, because I had to look at it like, nah, that's not him. So hold on. Let me do this real quick so you could really see if this is him or not, right? So now y'all see this picture, right? You see the nose, right? Peace, Lady Leo. Yanita, I ain't see you in a minute. Peace and God bless you, sweetheart. Montrese, Big J, Michael Drone. Everybody again, just do me a favor. Please share that I'm on. I would gladly appreciate it, right? So look at that face. Let me blow it up, man, because I had to, see if this is him, right? So let me X out and go to this picture. Y'all press 1 if this is the same guy. I just literally just said, let me just look it up before I'm live. This looks like the same dude. I should crop and do a side-by-side picture. But just I don't know. But it looks like him, right? So I know y'all got a good memory. Just take a mental picture of that weird looking face right there, right? That's him, right? And I'm not going to play the video. We done seen it many a times. That's him, correct? It looks just like him. Hold on. See, now I got to look at the other picture. Hold on. It looks like him, right? Am I tripping, y'all? Please let me know if my trip is this the same guy? It's the same name, and people done left comments under his shit. So hold on, let me back out. Okay, yeah, that looks like him, and he got black friends. Somebody left a comment. It says, where is it? Let me go back up. How could he ever do such horrible thing? I'm so sad. He even had kids. That's from a day ago. Let me see something. May he be in jail forever. So this is actually his. He has kids, bro. I feel bad for his kids. They have such a effing retarded of a dad. How can he ever? I just read that. Pretty sure you have the wrong guy, dude. That was charged in Basin, Illinois. Please do your research next time before slandering a random innocent man. Okay. Wrong person, buddy. But they got the same nose, man. They look, I swear to God, they look just alike. So if this is not the right guy, I swear I apologize for even just putting their face out there. But see, he looks exactly like him. He just, he just have no hair. And just look, this is from 2016. Anybody can grow hair or get a little older or gain a little weight. You understand what I'm saying? But it has the same name. A lot of people does have the same name. Let's go ahead. Oh shit. Let's go to Sean real quick, and we're gonna get into it because all right. I just want to see if because he's locked up still right now, and he's held with no bond, and normally how they protect their race soldiers and all that. He would have, they would have scrubbed his name and everything off the internet. His like their Facebook would be up just for a little amount of time. Then those supremacists start scrubbing the internet with anything social media accounts that they have. So I don't know. I'm not gonna do too much digging right now, but that's oh hell no. He looked like something. Oh yeah, let me just show this while I'm here real quick. My son Amari, man, he's getting big as hell, man. So this is I just took a screenshot the other day. This was like what was that, 3 days ago. My son just got his new haircut, right? And me, because my new phone broke, my old phone, I'm trying to do the snapshot. You press the power button and like the lower volume button, it just was fucking up. So my facial expression is kind of crazy because I'm pressing and it's not working. But long story short, it just happened to work eventually. So he got his little, haircut. You know what I'm saying? I really like his haircut like that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all could really see it. My boy getting real big, man. Like it was almost like yesterday he was on the screen all the time with me. So that was like 7 years ago, you know what I'm saying? And he's 13 right now. Well, probably a little less than 7 years, but no, it's 4 years. Anyway, 4 years. But he was 9 years old. But my boy getting big, so I just wanted to show that picture right there. You know what I mean? He got his little haircut, he got the little fade with the little curls and all that. He was like, Dad, these girls was looking at me. I think I got them. Like I fell out, you know what I'm saying? So that's my heart right there. I love you, Amari, and all that good shit. That's my boy right there. Yeah, I know you haven't seen him in a minute, man. My boy getting big. But anyway, let's get right to. Let me go to where I'm at. No, right here. Okay, let's go to this real quick. Excuse me. Again, please press the like button. Please share. All right. Thank you very much. Goddamn. All right.
Information is starting to leak out in the cracks of this Sonya Massey story.
We know what Grayson did, so we don't need to speak about that. But the first thing he did when he walked up to the door was ask her about her mental health. Well, Grayson has a wife named Isabel. Isabel is a nurse, and guess where she's a nurse at? Capital Community Center, where Sonya Massey had treatment. They say that her and Sonya Massey had an altercation, and it just went bad. So Sonya Massey came home. It is alleged that she called her husband. Her husband broke all the windows out of Sonya's car and then waited for the call so that he could be there because, well, apparently he was upset. Now, because the first thing he did was ask about her mental health, we're going to assume and allegedly that his wife,
her editing game is not good.
Isabel, leaked information, confidential information, causing her to break HIPAA law. Isabel's husband has these tattoos on his arms that would signify, allegedly, that he's a racist. So I can't see her being any different. See, a racist nurse is to us as Black women what the police is to a Black man. So when you have a police officer that's racist who's married to a nurse that's racist, allegedly, well, that's a racist power couple. He works from the streets. She works in the medical field. A racist nurse does things like fudge your high blood pressure and say it's not high, and then you go home and a racist nurse will fudge your blood pressure and then tell the people in the files that you are a drug seeker, you are a frequent flyer. She will not control your pain. She is very, very dangerous to us. Well, her and her husband's life has already changed, but we wanted to change a little more. On the front of the screen is her employer. I want you to call the human resource director, the CEO, and anybody else that you can get in touch with. I want you to send emails and tell them that you suspect that she broke HIPAA law. You suspect that her and her husband conspired to unalive Sonya Massey. It was an execution. I want you to let them know that you believe that it was race motivated and she doesn't need to be in the clinic. I want you to do it before they have a chance to ask her to resign. I want you to change her life. On the front of the screen is the nursing board information. I want you to go after her license. I want you to tell them that you suspect that she broke HIPAA. I want you to tell them that you suspect that she was racist and she is not the right person for this type of job. If you make the calls, they will snatch the license. She needs to be charged with accessory to what her husband has done. Make the calls. This is a call to action. Go to work.
Yeah, and somebody said they was co-workers, so I'm really trying to see if this story is really true, but 9 times out of 10 it could be. But let me go to this other video. We're gonna go to his priors, Sean Grayson. All right, right here, okay, because I got so many windows, so I may get confused. All right, but here's another one. It's pretty much similar, but if I'm not mistaken, she said it was co-workers. If I listen wrong, I would change the title, but I feel that's what the fuck she said.
I did an update on the Sonya Massey story, and I had to come back and correct it because people saying not her grandson. We heard about this. A lot of people haven't heard about it, but there was a cover up allegedly that what happened was the reason why this particular cop was at Sonya Massey's house is because there was a history of some things actually going on prior to that. Her cousin, not her grandson, her cousin had been unalived by that same force, police force prior to that. It was said that she and the Grayson, the police that actually unalived her girlfriend, had been getting into it, had some altercations because they worked together.
See?
Because they worked together, you can imagine, right?
Let me pause that. Now, we just heard 2 ladies, right? Because again, I wasn't even gonna come on. I just forced myself to come on. I'm like, let me see what I could talk about, whatever. But long story short, not to talk your head off, but you see the 2 difference of the story, similar but different. Now there's a 4-year-old cousin that was murdered by the same police force, and the other female with the glasses, the other video I just played, she was just saying that I just caught a brain fart real quick. Oh shit, damn, I literally forgot. No, sorry, that both of them, that she was like a patient at the hospital and she got into it with the police wife. Now, those stories could be misconstrued, but still have a valid based on Sandra and the wife, the police wife. They have to know each other. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to distinguish the 2 if it's true or not. You know what I mean? But I bring it back and I digress, okay?
I did an update on the Sonya Massey story.
Excuse me for the
and
right
I had to come back and correct it because people saying not her grandson. We heard about this. A lot of people haven't heard about it, but there was a cover up allegedly that what happened was the reason why this particular cop was at Sonya Massey's house is because there was a history of some things actually going on prior to that. Her cousin, not her grandson, her cousin had been unalived by that same force, police force prior to that. It was said that she and the Grayson, the police that actually unalived her girlfriend, had been getting into it, had some altercations because they worked together. Because they worked together, you can imagine, right, that there was some back and forth and some stuff going on. And it was sad that he was actually the one that was trying to get into her place as the intruder, right? And when she called the police, he actually came to the door, had an attitude. She felt that attitude right off the jump, which is the reason why she said, let her get her babble, which is the reason she was like, Satan, I rebuke you. They were actually having words probably and all sorts of things. Who knows? Because he didn't have his body cam on. But this is the thing. The policeman that showed up with his body cam on showed up rather quickly, right? And so that's how all that ended up on camera. We can only imagine what he said to her prior, reason why, all the things might have transpired, but we do show that he unalived her with no grief, no anything, which is why he said he wasn't going to help give her mouth to mouth, no need to call for backup, for the ambulance, all sorts of things. So the story is that the deputy or they're gonna have to take that out. The cop that unalived the 4-year-old cousin was getting off right. So can you imagine how she must have felt and what kind of altercation the girlfriend of her must have, the girlfriend of the cop, Grayson, must have had, and all sorts of things, right? This is a story. When I tell you a whole lot was going on prior to this visit, so he was the one, and it just shows that allegedly he had intentions to do what he was going to do, but might have been trying to be slick about it, and she called the police. We don't know what she knew, what was going on, what happened prior to, because she can't speak to herself. So let's say her name's Sonya Massey, right? Not only that, they said that he tried to tell the judge that he had a colostomy bag, and the judge told him too bad. He was looking for reasons not to get locked up. Like, yeah, it's a whole lot, and we should have knew it was more to the story. So stay tuned for the update, because as I find more on it, I'm going to tell you. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. Like, this is something else. I knew it was more to the story, though. I knew it.
So what I'm gonna do right now, if this is her, I'm just gonna click on her page to see if she have any more of an update. All right, spotlight on success. Let's see. She kind of thick. All right, I see you, Mama Do. Okay. The gymnastics shit, the bracelet. Is there anything else about that? Okay, she's a beautiful sister. Salute to you, ma'am. Hold on, let me see something. You know me, I'm a little extra. She got a little hip game. Got that. Woo! That ain't you now. Who the fuck is that? Your daughter? You know what? I'm just gonna just leave that all alone. You know the blood rushing to the right.
So guys, I did an update on the Sonya Massey story, and I had to come back and correct it because people say.
All right, let's go back. Well, I'll just say this. If I mean, it kind of makes sense because he's up there. He's already aggressive. I want to play the video, but I can't. And even if I play it before, let me see. I'm gonna be easy. All right, I do the news one, and I'm gonna tread carefully on this one.
Disturbing new body camera video released in Springfield, Illinois late today. The deadly police shooting of a mother shot in the head in her own kitchen after she had called 911. Alex Perez tonight with the video and a warning here. It is disturbing.
Sheriff's Office.
The just-released body camera video shows Deputy Sean Grayson and his partner responding to Sonya Massey's house in Springfield, Illinois, after she reported a prowler. Massey, at times, struggling to answer questions.
What is your last name? Shouldn't have to think about your last name.
Then, when deputies say she can remove a pot of boiling water from the stove, the situation changed.
He already knows she is not a threat. So he was already drunk. So you can imagine what other influence he was under. So he's already on a mission. And a lot of these dudes, he was an army vet. These dudes are trained to kill. Trigger finger happy demons. They are trained to kill. This dude, we're gonna go through a list of things that I already have queued up in the article about this guy history, so I'm gonna go there as well. But he already came on a mission. He's already fired up. It probably wasn't no action. Now, if he did know her, or if she knew his wife, then it could, you could kind of make sense of why he just off top talking reckless to her.
Changes in an instant.
Where you going? Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from the hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
You better not. I swear to God, I'll you traitor.
Now, see that y'all seen this video too many times. So me interjecting should not cut a nerve, but if it does, bye. He said, I will shoot you in the goddamn face just because she said, I will rebuke you in the name of Jesus. See, these demons don't love God because they know that I'm trying to be very PC right now. But some of the group of people that looks like this officer are emotionless beings, especially when it comes to the death or the ambition to kill a person that looks like me and you. They are emotionless about it. They don't care. There's a video that I'm gonna show you where the police stopped the dude. He got he up there threatening the cops and threatening to beat up the cop, and then they started joking with each other. They giving each other pounds, dap, and all that shit. And then he said, I can shoot you from 800 yards or some shit like that. And then they still took his car. I'm pretty sure y'all probably know what I'm talking about right now. The police took his car, towed his car, and had his mother come pick him up. The dude went home, called the police. The same police created a false narrative so those same police to come back to his home. And it's the same people, the same officers that towed his car. He shot them niggas up. Who the hell? My nigga Bruce, why are you calling me right now? Hold on 1 second. This is Bruce. This is my brother right here. Hey, yo, live. Hey, yo, I'm live. Yo, son, I'm live right now, my G. I'm gonna have to call you back. You good? I'm live, nigga. You good? What you doing? Yeah, you good? I'm good. Where you at? Where you at? On the west side? You on the west side? Where you at, man? Anderson? You on Simpson Road? Look, I gotta go. I'm gonna hit you back, my G. I'm gonna hit you right back, all right? All right, peace. All right, that's my brother Bruce Sly right there. I don't know if y'all heard it, and hopefully my audio is still good. Is my audio good? If y'all don't mind, can y'all press one if my my audio is good, please. Let's keep it pushing. Everybody, again, please hit that like button. Please share that I'm on. Thank you very much. I see you, Kiel. What's up, Bubblehead? I'm gonna press play. I mean, I was talking enough, but no, fuck that. The officers, he killed 3 of the officers, man. This little thing that she done holding a pot of water, didn't even throw it. She gets shot in the face 3 times. But this same white guy, not the officer, but a white guy threatened to beat the police. They gave him a 5. He was joking. They still took his car. He called and made a false call for those police to come right to his house. When the police came out, I think his brother opened the door, but he was in the bushes with army fatigues on with an AR-15 and lit their ass up. Why y'all so afraid of us when y'all the ones? But I fucking digress.
Okay,
Bring it back again.
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from the hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Now, hold on. Let's hear the words. Let's read the words. I'm sorry.
Water from the stove, the situation changes in an instant.
Where you going?
Where are you going? Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from the hot steaming water?
Away from my hot steaming water. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. How did it go to this?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
You better not. I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
How the fuck did it go to that? Because she repeated again, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Sometimes sometimes the intervention comes in, your gut feeling, your spirit tells you that it's danger ahead, even though she, kind of couldn't, give her last name, or maybe she was tired or whatever the mental state she was in. But her body gave off like that inner you, that inner spirit, that God voice. Your inner God spirit will just show you that this right here It's not good. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And he said, you better not. So do not rebuke me in the name of Jesus, or I will shoot you right in the fucking face. Like, this guy was already on a mission. He just needed something. He just needed that ammo for that. Look. What? Nah, see that right there. I can't. I'm gonna leave that one right there. We not seen the video, and to be honest, I never seen this video. I never I always left it at this point. Never heard the shots. I don't want to see it. I never looked at that part. Never. And I'm not gonna do it now.
Yeah, I'm good. This fucking bitch is crazy.
Yeah, see, you know, I try not to be on. See, when people say this is post racist or racism, come on, man. How? Somebody tell me, yeah, there's some good, cool white people out there. There's some cool ones. It is. But like Muhammad Ali said, if it's 10,000 of y'all and 1,000 is in the front, that's not going to bite me. What I'm going to do, leave my door open to trust 1,000 from stopping 9,000 poisonous snakes from biting me or killing me? Nah, I'm closing the whole fucking door. But I digress. Let's go to let's see what else they got before I go to some to his oh yeah, this is unbelievable too.
Did anyone else notice the resemblance?
You know what's crazy, sis? I'm thinking about Sandra Bland now. Do y'all just listen up real quick? Do y'all remember that picture with her looking straight and one picture with her eyes rolled in the back of her head? That picture haunted me, and I'm never gonna hold you. That picture haunted me for quite some time. I could probably say over a month. I'm not even gonna lie. Just the most devilish thing of laying that she was laid on the floor. They fixed her eyes to look straight in the camera. I'm not even gonna look up that mug shot right now because as I'm talking, I'm visualizing that shit right now. Haunted me for a minute. These devils literally laid her on the floor, straighten her hair. Did you know gravity pulls, so you see her dress was like pulled down to the floor because it looked like she was standing up on a wall. No, because if y'all remember, the officer had her hauled tied, but with the cuffs, they had both of her hands behind her back, handcuffed, and the back of her legs, her ankles, locked up and like together, and he was carrying her while she was dead with one hand. Do y'all remember that footage? He carried her like a bag of trash. She was already dead in the back of the car. He was carrying her with one fucking hand, son. Do y'all remember that? Or am I tripping? I know I ain't tripping. But anyway, you said she tossed the hot water, but I think it was out of fear. All right, I'll say this, and I open the floor too. If anybody want to get on, I got a few things I want to talk about. If anybody have anything to say, I'm gonna put the link in there right now. So if anybody want to jump on and give y'all thoughts on that, feel free. But if anything, if she did throw the pot of water, yeah, it could have been out of fear. But would that water have reached that officer all the way over there? And why would he fatally shoot her? So just say she threw the hot water. Let's just say if the water reached from where she was at all the way to his foot on the goddamn living room floor, does that justify a fatal shot to her face? He was already on one. That was premeditated. That's why I'm glad that he has no bond. But I'm talking a little bit. I'm getting a little bit hot now. that they passed away in they birth dates, man. It's so similar. It's like literally a year apart. Like it's so effed up, man. It's crazy. But let's go to this dude's. I can't play that because the body's on the floor dead, even though it's kind of it's blurred. But I don't want to jeopardize that. All right, let's go here. Everybody, again, thank y'all for tuning in. Do me a favor, if you don't mind, please share. Hit that like button. If anybody want to jump on the panel real quick, you don't have to get on camera. But if you have anything to say, please do. The link is already in there. All right. What's up, Tanil Spalding? What's up, Infinite Energy? Renee, Diva D. Everybody. I seen you, Mega Bills. I seen you in there. Salute to you, my G. I seen you earlier. I just forgot to say something. Salute to everybody that's in here. Let's go to this dude right here, man. Excuse me. All right. Let me is this audio? Sometimes it just play you know, it have a caption and stuff. So okay. Off what a couple of other people have said, it's only right that we go down to the polls. It's only right that we go to the board and we talk to our county. Sonya Massey. The thing that what's his name? One of our elder statesmen, Professor James Smalls. I'm gonna paraphrase what he said. I'm gonna sum it up in a nutshell. As a man, as a father, right? All this paraphrasing, you're supposed to be a protector, right? He said, if a man kill your sons, I'm really reluctant just to use those words. This is God forbid for me and God forbid for everybody listening. But if a race soldier was to murder your son, God forbid, and hope it never happened, or your daughter, or whatever. As a parent, as a man, as a father, your responsibility is to take his fucking kids out. And I believe in that. Play with minds, I be on motherfucking news. It may not be immediate, but it's going to happen. Your kids too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but that's how I feel. Who knows what my actions may be. But as a man, as a father, all that shit that's going on, you supposed to. What's wrong with trying to get, we shall overcome? We shall overcome and hold hands. So this is the type of coward shit, because they practice us. We supposed to just be on some Sambo shit. I pray to God nothing ever happens like that in my lifetime. And let me just share this story before I read. I seen some of the numbers drop because of that statement. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but I can care less. People want you to be a cootie cat. They want you to be soft. You're supposed to cry and say, I forgive you in the name of Jesus. That's what's expected. Please, God, no ever. I know he's not going to put me in that situation. I'm getting back. And I will gladly die in the process or sit in jail for the rest of my life. For mines, matter of fact, I will take the money that will help me. But I'm going to shut the hell up. I'm going to leave that one right the fuck there. But God, I swear, I don't even want that energy to come my way. I love my sons, my oldest son as well, Amari, my two daughters. I don't want, please, God, rebuke that energy. Okay? But anyway, let's read. Grayson let go from the army after serious offense. Grayson was discharged from the army after misconduct described only as a serious offense, according to his personnel file, obtained by the State General Register, part of the USA Today network. Today network, right? While Grayson was in the army, he was charged with driving under the influence August 10th, 2015 in Garrard. Shit. Well, in Illinois, goddamn it, however you want to pronounce it, right? About 40 minutes southwest of Springfield, online records. Listed Grayson's address as Fort Junction, Kansas. Grayson was stationed at Fort Riley, Kansas, among other places. All right, we got that. Let's go. Grayson pleaded guilty to 2 DOIs before he was hired by law enforcement. You see, this is why I don't understand why they just hire police. They're supposed to be evaluated first. These people are supposed to be literally evaluated, see what kind of mental illness, see what their cognitive skills are, to check their IQ and their EQ. And I have to remember EQ, and I think people should look this up and try to literally add this to your life and your character. And I'm speaking to myself. Emotional intelligence, EQ, your emotional quiz, but emotional intelligence. That is something that I think we all needs to work on. So they needed to check his IQ and EQ. And it seemed like they only want people that has low IQ, high EQ, or however you want to describe it. High EQ probably means that, I would say low EQ, who's very impulsive. I think I'm borderline or maybe under the fucking line. But you get what I'm saying? Like, they want these trained robots, like how the army does, to, do their work. But anyway, I have to ramble. But let's continue, right? Less than a year later, Grayson pleaded guilty to 2 DOIs before he was hired by law enforcement. Less than a year later, on July 26, 2016, Grayson was charged with a second DUI. According to online records, he pleaded guilty in both cases. Records show. Sangamon County Sheriff Jack Campbell, in a statement emailed last week, said the sheriff's office understood that the serious misconduct reference in Grayson's Army personnel file was a DUI. Let's scroll down. Lying, abuse of power during previous law enforcement stints. All right, let's read this. Grayson worked at 6 different law enforcement agencies in 4. 6 and 4? There's some that work at one law enforcement or precinct or police department and damn near retire from there. And they move up. They from the desk work to foot patrol, and then detective, homicide detective, and then sergeant, then captain, then sergeant, and move the fuck on up. Even to 6 out of 4, that's a lot. But they still kept them. If that person then was Tyrone Biggums or Ray Johnson, come on, man, they would kick his ass for any motherfucking who, right? So he worked at 6 different law enforcement agencies in 4 years, according to his personal file in the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board. You see what I just read? Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board, but somehow he still slipped through the cracks, right? Protection for the collection. During his first year as an officer, Grayson bounced around 3 Central Illinois police departments in Pawnee, Kincaid, and Verdon. His time at several of the agencies overlapped as he worked part-time before obtaining a first full-time position with the Auburn Police Department. In May 2022, Grayson went to the Logan County Sheriff's Office before he was hired by the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office a year later. Okay. While at the Logan County Sheriff's Office, a supervisor officer rebuked Grayson for allegedly lying in reports and showing a general lack of integrity, according to a recording obtained by CBS News. The sheriff and I will not tolerate lying or deception. The officer can be heard telling Grayson, later adding, officers like you have been charged and they end up in jail. And look at this. Grayson was also accused of abusing his power and harassing a couple he pulled over in the arrest during the traffic stop. This guy is a menace, and look what happened. And look what happened. But see, Trump wants to give police full immunity. But now, if you look at full immunity, I think I saved it, but it also says the police and stuff. Hold on, my shit just froze up. Hold on, my screen just froze up. Give me a second. I don't know why, but it just froze up. Give me 1 second while it loads back up. I don't even want to touch my mouse right now because the arrow is like spinning and shit. I don't know what's going on. Amy, what the fuck just happened now? Lord have mercy. I'm just gonna have to, because I don't. Shit. Hopefully y'all can still see the screen or whatever. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but what the? Hold on. Hey, so y'all just give me a second, please. If y'all can work with me now. And all right, there we go. God damn, let me X this out now. Hold on. I'm at to X out some of these windows. All right, give me 1 second. Let me X that out right now. Okay, boom. All right. Now, let's go back to here, right? Now, I wanna now since we talking about devils, right? Now, there's a song that I just put up, right, on my YouTube. Now, the song, it wasn't even my intentions to do a song like that. It was not my intentions at all for that song to come out like that. And I actually was writing the song. I was writing it in my head. But once I got to the end of my first verse, you know, it became something as like God, like the second verse, like I didn't finish, but it's gonna really be good, man. And it's I just want to let me just play it real quick because it plays into these fucking devils of what's going on. But hopefully y'all like it. I did it earlier. All right. Hopefully y'all fuck with it. But like if you can tell by my like the beginning of my verse, I wasn't leading. It's called God's Trumpets, but it wasn't going that way. Just by the end of my verse, it just made me want to just go keep it, stay in that direction. So hopefully y'all fucks with it, man. Hopefully y'all fuck with it. Y'all check it out, man. I put it up, it's a little views, it's all good. But I really didn't plan on making a song like this, but hopefully y'all fuck. Let me know if y'all fuck with it, man. Y'all be honest now. All right, some of y'all dropped out, but it's all good. But let me put my shit on mute. Let me know if you like it though. All right. Hold on. Excuse the mixing too. I ain't that good at mixing, man. But just hopefully you can hear it. All right. All right. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Yo. Coming from the city where we get it how you live, homie. I ain't trying to live like Lamont. That's a big dummy coming straight from Brooklyn, the borough of Big Buddy. Shit is about to blow up. I ain't talking Kid Cudi. The devil summoned me. I went up to the mountaintop, threw his ass off. Now he laying with an open top, looking at the valley, and I scream, I am God's child, sight beyond sight. I can see way beyond now. Rise through the ashes like a phoenix, on fire reaching my zenith. If life's a bitch, she's sucking my penis. For those living like peasants, with the mind of a genius. If you want it, you achieve it. Look what they did to Jesus. He cracked the sky, he sent his angels on chariots with trumpets, and he here for this reason. Are you staying? Cause we leaving, but the rest can't delete it. This is God's trumpets. This is God's trumpets. This is God's trumpets. I told you to prepare for this day. Now you scared, you pray for me. Now I'm here. All your lives were spared. Now the end is near. You hesitant, but you know it's me, the beneficent. God dipped the melon in his judgment. The wrong one to fuck with. Yes, yes. Be honest. If you don't like it, that's fine. You know what I mean? But I don't know. But I like it. I like it. That's what matters. But anyway, we're gonna keep it a bean. All right. So I like it. All right. But we're gonna keep it pushing though. All right. Now we're gonna get into Kamala. All right. But if you take your time to listen to it, pretty sure you'll like it. All right. But everybody is not gonna like this shit. We're gonna get to the Fulio shit too. You know what? Let's get this out the way. Look, this is why Fulio, and God bless your soul. I really hate to say, God, please, forgive me for saying this. The name matches, because that's some Fulio shit. You know you got beef. You know you got beef with those AK, ATK, AKT, whatever. I don't be following that nigga shit. I don't be following them. I don't follow that bullshit. I just talk about it when it comes up. Like, I don't follow these niggas. Respectfully, the music is, like I said, and you got beef, and you go on the internet and tell people your location, you only inviting girls as niggas, like, there's no honey traps. This is what you call a honey trap. This is what you call a honey trap. She was literally right there.
Appreciate everybody popping out for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday! Everybody got their.
I don't know. I think it's her. Is one of them. I think that's her or one of them. Maybe it's one of them. She was literally in this fucking shot.
So I put that shot in the air, man. Okay, David. Everybody take this shit on 3, man.
I think that was her right here.
And 1, 2, 3.
That looks like her right there, homie. Yeah, that's shorty right there. So you literally telling people exactly where you're gonna be at? Huh? It don't make no sense. So you said what? No, look, listen. At the end of the day, nigga, on any good day, you can't fuck with me on the mic anyway, Mr. HD. So that shit, man, come on, man. I got a catalog, family. All right. But anyway, like I said, again, everybody, please hit that like button. If you mind, please share that I'm on. God damn it. All right. But what he did was some dumb shit. If you got the little bread that you getting, you should already have your chicks, your whores, your smuts, just whatever you want to call it, have them already in line. Like, how the fuck that you literally broadcast where you're gonna be at, and only females can come, as if females won't line you up too. The bitch was right there, filming everything. Look, your every move. That's listen, man, you gotta keep your dick in check, nigga. Thinking with the wrong head can literally get you slumped, man.
Got my brother with me. He done popped out for me for my birthday. He done time to tell me lit. Oh God, yeah.
And don't even.
We came deep and fuck for my birthday, man. Everybody coming up to stairs. On the couch, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Deep as hell. Deep as hell. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Deep as hell.
I don't know what's up with y'all niggas, y'all internet niggas. This is why I'm glad I was born in the 80s, grew up in the late 80s, 90s and up, man. Like, y'all niggas y'all niggas is some attention seekers, man. Y'all really love attention. That attention that gets you killed, bro.
All right, go to your knees. Put your hands behind your back. Stay there. Stay there. Don't move. Isaiah? Isaiah? Stand up. Isaiah King, right?
There's another one where they had them crawling to them on the floor and shit. I forgot the dude's name. I really don't be caring for these dudes, to be honest. So I don't really pay attention or care about their names. That's for the youngins. But they muted what the dude was saying. Look at that dusty bird. Look up.
Okay, now turn around. Put your hands behind your back. Everybody else inside?
It's a nice crib, though. And you know those sandals off of Temu. I was gonna get those ones too. You can tell. I can tell. I just never ordered them shits. Temu. Over some dumb shit. Now your name, niggas gonna remember you just for a little bit, and right after that, it's a wrap. This is what I was talking about. Look at this. But somehow, Sonya Massey was murdered for holding a pot of boiling water. But check this out.
Sorry. No, he's fine.
Chill out, Nick.
They let fucking 5'7" motherfuckers be cops. Dogs fucking cops.
Nick, no. Yeah, see him alone.
Get back in your truck.
See? Yo, look what you did.
That's right.
He's like a ninja. He is. Nick,
He's like a ninja. Nah, fuck you, dude.
Passenger seat.
Dude.
You're having a good night.
No, I did have a good night. Yo, I really want to hurt you right now. So back up. I'm sorry.
Tell him to get in the passenger seat, buddy. Tell him to get in the passenger seat.
So he's saying, I really want to hurt you. He even pushed the officers. How is it that they don't see any threat in that? But little kid Tamir Rice was a goddamn a mutant from the X-Men. He needed to be obliterated. Literally 0.2 seconds when the police pulled up in the park, they just shot that boy down and he had a toy gun. Literally just popped him for no reason. He was a threat. I forgot how old Tamir Rice was, 12, 13, maybe less than 11. Well, however how old he was a threat. But this drunken ass dude threatening the police and pushing them is not a threat.
See, please. Like I won't.
He doesn't listen
from
to me.
800 yards.
800 yards.
Stop. Yeah.
Mr. T, can you move him? I'm fearing for my life right now.
Can you move him? I am feared for my life. But if that was Ray Thompson, JoJo Bankerson or some shit, he would have got smoked.
Get back.
He's 23 years old.
He just wants to be arrested for interfering, I think, at this point.
Bristol 911, what's the address of the emergency?
It is 310 Redstone Hill Road. Your officers had an altercation with a man earlier tonight.
Right now.
I can't play the rest. So he lied to the dispatcher to have them, the same officers, come to his home. And he came from the side and ambushed them and murked two of them. Murked them. Over 82 shots, 83 shots from a AR-15. But somehow they see black people as the biggest threat. Even with no gun in your hand, with a cell phone in your hand, with nothing in your hand, you are considered a life-threatening threat. That's it. I'm not even surprised anymore. But let's continue. I'm gonna get on this dude right here, so I may hurt some feelings with that as well. I'm gonna come back to Kamala Harris. I'm not done I'm not even done with her yet. I ain't even started. I just want to get these dudes out the way, right? So this dude, I'm not even playing the music, which is trash. I listen to it. It's dumpster juice. This guy was literally pulled over. I think for a DUI or something like that. Whatever. He got pulled over and locked up. The next thing you know, all the dudes that was in the murder of Fulio, the feds, the police locked them up. So this is what I'm saying. Y'all doing all this dumb shit, and then when it's time, y'all niggas is running your mouth, spitting in the wind. This is why I don't understand some of y'all young dudes these days, man. Y'all, this shit right here, niggas don't know nothing about no code. It's like there's no structure, no nothing. Dudes that's just looking on the internet, like the mannerisms, how niggas rhyme and do all that. Like, come on, then when shit really hits the fan, you up there singing Mariah Carey, man. Y'all niggas is crazy, real crazy. But anyway, Infinite Energy Source, please, whatever, my G. Look, if anything, you could just bounce, nigga, because come on, it is what it is. All right. If you didn't like it, that's fine, but it is what it is. Yeah, 83 shots, man. 83 shots. All right. Let's all right, let's go to Kamala, man. How long I've been? I gotta fucking work tomorrow, man.
Okay.
Kamala?
Yes, please.
Okay, because the Indian in me, I feel like my parents, my dad will watch this.
Just don't call me auntie.
Okay. I won't call you auntie. They'll be like, how could you call her by her first name? She's worked so hard. Okay, so what we're going to cook today is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you are Indian.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that, but I find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like our thing we're so excited about to have you running for president.
Yeah.
So we're both Indian,
Yes.
but actually we're both South Indian.
Yes. You look like the entire one half of my family.
Okay, thank you.
You do.
I've been telling people
You
we're
do.
related already.
But you hear her, she did not say, well, I am black, right? Ladies, where are the ladies in here that's voting for Kamala Harris just because she's a female? Y'all let me know. Press 1 if you voting for Kamala Harris. Don't be ashamed, because I know some of y'all in here be probably posting on your Instagram and all this stuff about her and all that. Somebody please press 1. I need some bold women to tell me that this is you voting for her because she's black. I would like.
Yeah, this is perfect. It's basically true. And so, were you raised eating South Indian food?
South Indian food, lots of rice and yogurt, potato curry, dal, lots of dal, idli.
Yes.
What happened to the collard greens that you put in the tub, ma'am? This is what you grew up on. I see. I leave.
That's a deep cut. Okay, so what we're cooking today is 2 things. One of the South Indian staples is dosa, which is kind of like this is what I want to know.
Okay.
But let's go back again.
Is it respectful to call? Like, I should be calling you Senator Harris, right?
No, you should not. That's not on my birth certificate.
Okay.
Kamala? Yes, please.
Okay, because the Indian in me, I feel like my parents,
Just
my
don't
dad
call
will
me-
watch this.
Just don't call me auntie.
Okay. I won't call you auntie. They'll be like,
And I don't know why I kind of feel some way with that. Just don't call me auntie. Don't black people do that? Hey, auntie. Or even if you're not your aunt, you knew them for a long time, they give you that moniker. They give you that name of auntie. Just don't call me auntie. You see that? I mean, if you're really paying attention, who really talks like that? You know what I mean? I don't know. But just don't call me auntie. That kind of hit different.
how could you call her by her first name? She's worked so hard. Okay, so what we're going to cook today is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you are Indian.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that, but I find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like our thing we're so excited about to have you running for president.
Yeah.
So we're
All right, we done with that. This is what I'm saying. I don't know why. This is what they see black people as. She get this dot to come perform and shake her ass. And I only looked at probably at least 5 seconds of it, but just for those 5 seconds. And I didn't even unmute the shit so I could listen to it. I did not. Just looking, I wasn't asking nobody jumping and shaking like it's a damn concert. They're like, look at this this nigga. Let her finish so she get the fuck up out of here. Just using us like it's unbelievable what this girl. She is so fake. And pause for the pause. Like, look what's going on in where this is, Pakistan or whatever, or these new third world countries. Look at these boys, man. That's not even funny. Like, they just. I'm just gonna keep it moving. I don't know if y'all know this story, but check this out too. I meant to play this a good week back.
In 2008, I was framed for murder and wrongfully convicted by the office of Kamala Harris, sentenced 50 to life in prison. It took me 5.5 years to ultimately get back in the trial due to prosecutorial misconduct, and it took me another year to go to my second trial, to which I was vindicated by a jury of my peers. When I got convicted, Kamala Harris was in the courtroom. When I got sentenced 50 to life in prison, Kamala Harris was in the courtroom. When I look back and I seen her, she was smiling. And she did that stupid ass laugh that she do right now. This shit ain't funny.
Yeah, it was longer than that. This is just a shorter version of what happened. Because he's trying to come out with a documentary, but you know that's going to get shut down. You know she's going to shut him down. She probably already shut him down already by now. He's already probably shut down or something. You know what I mean? Keep it to a minimum. But this, I want to stay on top of pause. Well, not pause, but I just want to stay on top of Kamala Harris. Just listen to this lady, man.
Should Black people get reparations?
I think there has to be some form of reparations, and we can discuss.
Now, she knows these questions is going to come to her depending on what outlet she goes to, or Black outlet or medium to give an interview, because she's trying to cater to us right now. Every 4 years, this girl come back and try to dance in our face and say she got hot sauce in her bag. She put hot sauce on her collard greens. I put that shit on everything. And if it's too much collard greens, we put our collard greens in the tub. I never heard that ever in my life. So, and she come back and just play and dance in your face and not, if it don't apply, let it fly. She literally only comes when she need your votes. And then on top of that, she's going to say that I'm not just going to do anything for Black folks, but the small hats got things passed for them. The Asians got stuff specifically done for them. LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ ×2, they get exactly what they need. But specifically when it comes to Blacks, and I'm trying my hardest not to just say Black Americans, but I have to add that. I'm not going to jump in that bag that may rub somebody on the wrong way, but I really don't care. But I'm going to refrain from jumping in that bag tonight, only for the night. But we can't get anything. Anyway, let's go.
That's what that is. But
should Black people get reparations?
I think there has to be some form of reparations, and we can discuss what that is. But look, we're looking at more than 200 years of slavery. We're looking at almost 100 years of Jim Crow. We're looking at legalized segregation and in fact, segregation on so many levels that exist today based on race. And there has not been any kind of intervention done, understanding the harm and the damage that occurs,
intervention
to correct course. And so we are seeing the effects of all of those years play out still today.
As president, you would be willing to lead a conversation on what reparations for Black people would look like.
Yeah, including things like what we should be doing to take very seriously undiagnosed and untreated trauma.
Do you support reparations for Black people?
Well, listen, again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination, segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country.
But why everybody has to be included if we was the first one here during slavery and that built this country? That's what I'm saying. Were these immigrants here in 1559? No. Were they here in 1877, the Reconstruction? Was they here 1865 when so-called was emancipated? No. So they always have to include other people that came later on. They came off the sweat and work of our ancestors. So how are they possibly included? So when they start talking about what she just said about let me bring it back because I don't want to misquote her.
And we have to recognize that discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education.
The housing and education and all that crazy shit, and even made some of police brutality or whatever. But that's what does that have to do with the people who built this country? The people who voluntarily came over here that went through some of the same discriminations that we have. How is it a problem for the ones who actually laid the ground floor to the top floor for everybody to benefit off of the success of slavery? These immigrants deserve nothing. They already getting reparations coming here for free and getting all the benefits that we and everybody, the American people, is working day to day to help them live off of. They already getting reparations. They come in here and getting free housing, free Medicaid, free welfare. What the fuck? Undocumented immigrants, they gonna be legally documented and able to work and able to vote. You know, that's not a charity case. These are literally in the flesh charity cases coming over here, and that already came here. They are charity cases. We literally had to work and break our neck to get what we got and still being discriminated against. They just coming over here getting free shit. You understand what I'm saying? So why two wings on the same bird is flying in the same direction? We need to have our own shit and mentally, physically, academically, financially separate from this shit and rebuild our own. But Black people are so not mentally ready for that. It's almost like that has to be the last option, to whereas we are forced to do so. Why should we have to be? We already being forcible. Why should it have to come to that? We see what's going on, and I think this is going to be like the last election because a lot of people is waking up to all the fuck shit.
Disparities around income, and we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country, and in particular, Black people have not. Let's really be clear about that.
Hold on.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No.
Do y'all agree with that? And somebody said not true. What's not true? Again, I will open the floor. I'm going to put the link in here again. Everybody, please make sure y'all show some love to the platform as well. Y'all like to show some love, donate to the platform, show some fucking love. Like, what the fuck? Damn in. What's not true? I would like to know what's not true, because at the end of the day, we did build this country. We did build this country. And a lot of times, a lot of us was already here. A lot of our natives was classified as Negroes. So let's really put all of this stuff in perspective. A lot of this shit is, a lot of us that was already here did not come from Africa, man. We really have to start speaking truth. A lot of us don't come from that land. A lot of us don't. They just gumboed and put us and classified us as one people. You know what I mean? I really try not to jump in that bag, but at the end of the day, you know we are being untreated fairly, and y'all gonna vote for something. I'm gonna actually play. Hold on, check this out. Look at this incompetent lady that y'all literally breaking your necks to vote for. Just listen to her. Listen to the cognitive skills. And I'm going to go to Judge Brown, too. He did his thing. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but salute to all the dialogue. I'm pretty sure y'all seen it, but I'm going to play that, too. Hold on.
Experiencing record inflation.
Listen to the question and listen to how this thing literally answers.
Experiencing record inflation, the worst in 30 years, way beyond expectations. OPEC didn't increase oil production. Can you tell us a little bit about how you would prevent the new spending in your Build Back Better agenda from exacerbating the problem? And also, what else are you going to do to fix this problem with inflation?
All right, thank you. Well, let's start with this. Prices have gone up, and families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas costs more. And we have to understand what that means. That's about the cost of living going up. That's about having to stress and stretch limited resources. That's about a source of stress for families that is not only economic, but is on a daily level, something that is a heavy weight to carry. So it is something that we take very seriously. But there is also a point that is important to make on the Build Back Better framework. One, it is designed to make it less expensive for working people to live.
She's retarded. All right, hold on. Let me answer this question. I already put the link, so nobody want to come on here and speak their truth about this situation. So it is what it is. Now where is it? Renee, much love to you, sweetheart. You know it's always, you know it's love. You've been following me for a minute, so you know it's all love. All right. But I say this: can somebody tell me what's in Project 2025 that has not already happened already? What is going to be worse that we already did not live through now, before, and in the near future? What is the difference? I'm trying to figure out what the fuck can be worse than what's going on with us at this very effing moment. Can somebody please elucidate for me? Somebody please explain to me. Elucidate. Explain. What is in Project 2025 that we are not already living through? Somebody fucking tell me. Y'all are so easy. If it don't apply, let it fly. Y'all are so easy to be swindled by these scare tactics. Oh my God, Nazis is coming. Oh my God. What the fuck did we not already live through? This is why they do what they do, because they know certain people is gonna bite the bait. Scare you into voting, and then when you vote, you still gonna get Project 2025. You still gonna get it. You still gonna get it. I see a willingness that's about to come in. You gotta it said disconnected or hit the camera or something, brother. Willingness, you gotta exit out. All right, here we go. I can hear you now. What's up, man?
Man,
what's up?
What's going on, AV, man? How you doing?
Ain't shit. Talk to me. What's going on?
Man, so I've been following you for probably about, I want to say a couple years now, bro. And so you just posed the question, like, what the 2025 agenda is supposed to, what it's supposed to do different. I don't think it's going to do anything different. I think that, and this is my personal view from what I see when I sit back from where I live at and I look at the world. I see that they allowing all of these things to happen, right? You got all these immigrants coming over here, bro, undocumented. They letting killers in here, bro. Like I'm talking about, we think we got killers here in the U.S., bro. They got real killers that they letting into this country. Okay.
Yeah.
So once you get enough of them here, and they can't figure out who's who. What I think that they're gonna try to do is declare martial law. I think that they're gonna shut everything down, because once they enact martial law, the state laws don't matter, your county laws don't matter, nothing matters no more but what they say. And how do you do that? How do you declare? Like, it's certain criteria that you have to meet in order for martial law to be declared.
It has to be civil unrest for that to happen. So I think that's what they want to happen anyway. A civil unrest, us against them, them against us, and so forth and so on. So 'cause they know they letting in these criminals. They don't even release all of they fugitives. I think in Venezuela, to sent them out of jail, sent them over here. I'm pretty sure.
If you go back in history, if you look at the 1980s in Florida, right? Florida at that time became the murder capital of the world. You want to know why? It's because Cuba sent all of these bad motherfuckers over here on that boat, and they came and wrecked shit up.
That's right.
So
absolutely. That is a fact.
Come on, man. Okay, that was a beta test. We allowed that to happen. Now, let's see what it looks like if we put it on a grand scale. Let's put them in Chicago. Let's put them up in New York. Let's put them over here in all these major cities, and let's see what happens. And if you look at the news, man, there's been multiple incidents where they committed murder already, committed rape already.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think but man, I'm looking back. It's like, what can I do? I struggle with that. Like, what can I do? Because I see the play. But
the only thing I can say is to everybody, even myself, to arm yourself, strap up, get more ammo. Just be on your P's and Q's, because you just never know. Because at the end of the day, especially if you Black American, I really have to differentiate, because a lot of other people that's skin folk is not our kinfolk, and they don't identify with us. So we are all alone. And I'm not gonna say there's not gonna be no ride or dies from that's Caribbean or maybe Hispanic. I don't know. But at the end of the day, us as Black Americans, the truth has to be told. We are on the bottom of the totem pole, and everybody don't like us, period. So Black Americans specifically have to literally understand that. And I really think they're not. Some of us are, but I need most of us to understand that we are alone. We're going to have a few that may have the same pigmentation as us, that has a different ethnic background. They may be ride or dies. Maybe. Some may. However, you can't trust everybody, because we know everybody is against us. I am saying that, and I can't like say it more than what I'm saying it now. That's just the truth. So and I think his thing got you're gonna have to hop out, come back on. You got disconnected again. But I really have to say that at the end of the day, for those who's listening, again, I'll plug you back in. But again, I try not to differentiate Black Americans from everybody else. But at the end of the day, y'all know y'all differentiate yourself from us. This is not no hearsay. This is reality. It's a reality. It's a real life, like real shit.
It's
so
a crisis, man.
America, you have to really be. We really have to hold each other down, and I just hope all of us grasp that information. And I close by saying this: in the eyes of everybody else, we are on the losing team. But that holds all of the flavor, the culture, and all the things that we possess that everybody copies. Everybody copies us. Every fucking body. I exclude no one. All of you do. So they don't want to be on the losing team. Black people, we on the losing team. We winning, but we are losing. You understand? We the winners that's just losing. The potential winners that constantly lose. No other group wants to be on the losing team. And they will conspire to help put us in bondage. If you don't think so, I don't know what else to tell you. Anyway, you gotta unmute yourself and give me your final thoughts, my G. So I keep it pushing.
I bet. So, yeah, no, I agree with you. We absolutely at the bottom of the totem pole. And if you look, I mean, I'm pretty sure you heard this before, but we the only people that don't know where we came from. Everybody else here can trace where they came from.
I don't know what's going on with your I don't know what's wrong with your thing, my G. But come on now. All right, you damn nigga. I don't know what's going on. Right, we ain't winning. Like I said, I corrected myself. We are potential winners. We have the power to win, but we just keep losing. If we put our mind together, if we put our resources together, if we keep our culture intact, if we gatekeep and hire our own, if we stop hating and being jealous and pocket watching and try to fuck other niggas' wives and shit and try to hummer stunt and try to floss on each other, if we just get on code, the potential winners will win. That's exactly what I mean. You know, I fuck with you, my G. It's not towards you. It's just correcting. We are the potential winners because we have it. It's just that we are mentally screwed. We have to gatekeep our shit and get on code, and we not the potential winners that's always losing. We are always losing. So it's just time to get on motherfucking code. But let's keep it moving, man. Because I don't want to stay in that shit get me. It really pisses me off. Because we got people like this thing here with her father, who is literally classified as a white man, an Indian man, who just happens to be born in Jamaica. There's Koreans in Jamaica that says Jamaican on their shit. Jamaican or Asian Jamaican, however you want to classify it. He don't identify as that. There's Indians who has phenotypes that may look like a Black American or any person that's a descendant of Blackness, but don't identify themselves as that. This girl is a prime example to use our culture to get away. And it's like, how can y'all literally let her get away with this, but you won't let a person that's from your area who may come around thinking of funk like they're a part of the culture, knowing you know how they are, but somehow she get a pass? I'm not getting the pass that this lady is getting. And we know she is faking the funk about the culture, the collard greens and all this extra shit that she be talking about, these weird, corny ass, bland, Black, quote unquote, talking points. And y'all still fall for it. I can't understand it. But somehow the Black woman is not a gender war. Even some of these Black men. Mike Son with his clown ass. I had him too. I called him a clown and all. I would love to have a nice little debate. You know what I mean? A real conversation. I would definitely dig in my researching bag because I know I could do it. I definitely go in my bag of researching and have everything lined up. When it's serious stuff like this, like that, oh no, I'm gonna go in on them. But DL Hughley, a lot of these people, man, like, come on, son, this is a critical time. Y'all like her, man, just zone the whatever she on, nigga. That bitch ate a K2 rock. Yeah, get that bitches. That bitch smoking a space rock in that shit, man. Whatever that is, that shit crazy. Yo, I love the way my dude broke this down. Shout out to Marcel, man. Listen to this though.
We've been terrorized in this nation by the government.
Listen to this.
One
Listen
thing
to this.
we do that I don't like. We like to blame ourselves. Here's the funny thing. We like to say, well, you know, we've got to. Don't tell me what we got to do. If you want to talk about what someone has to do, we've been terrorized in this nation by the government laws for 400 years. Look to them and tell them what they got to do. Tell them what they should have done and should not have done, but they did it, and now tell them what they need to do to fix it. If we're going to start telling everyone what they should have done and what they should not have done, tell the federal government about when they enslaved us, when they denied us trillions of dollars from the Homestead Act that gave $10 trillion worth of land to white Americans, and they excluded us.
That's right.
Homestead Act,
in the Midwest.
from most of them, right? Tell them when they did the GI Bill that I already mentioned that spent trillions on 50 million white veterans, but excluded the millions of black veterans. Tell them they should not have done that. Tell them when Roosevelt did the New Deal that gave well-paying jobs to millions of Americans, brought the country out of the Great Depression, but he excluded 90% of black Americans. So he excluded people who worked in agriculture, and who worked as domestic laborers, which was my great-grandmother who was alive at the time. She told me she was not able to benefit from that. Tell them they should not have done that. Tell them when they did the Labor Union Act and the Social Security Act that allowed white Americans to retire with well-paying pensions and pass down wealth to their children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Tell them they should not have done that. And now tell them what they should do. We also got to get over this thing that somehow all these other groups come here and they work hard and they do business with each other. That's a myth.
Yes.
First of all,
Come on, baby. Tell it.
I just named to you a few programs that the government did where they gave trillions of dollars to white Americans. And here's the thing. I'm not mad that the federal government helped white Americans. I'm mad as hell that they excluded our people who built the nation after they enslaved us for almost 250 years and never saw a penny of the wealth that we are owed. And then you kept on terrorizing us. So they want to help other groups, fine. But we should have been helped too. And we're not even asking for help. We're demanding what we're owed.
That's right.
So his illegal immigrants right now are coming over to this nation. Some of the Hispanics here in Savannah, Georgia, I can guarantee you a lot of them are here illegally. Van Johnson's doing a task force for them. Throughout the country, they're getting free housing, free transportation, free clothing, free childcare, free health care. They're getting job training, and then they got job positions guaranteed, well-paying jobs for them when they're done. Afghani refugees who were taken from Afghanistan, they got free homes, they got free childcare, free health care, free clothing, free food. Ukraine, Israel have gotten hundreds of billions of dollars, going on the trillions. America spends hundreds of billions of dollars in foreign aid alone. Corporations, the airline industry, the auto industry, the real estate industry, the banking industry have gotten trillions of dollars in bailout. They run their own businesses into the ground. It's not black people running those businesses. It's not us doing it. But they run their businesses to the ground. The government comes, bails them out, gives them trillions of dollars.
Barack did it twice.
Yes, he did. And to be fair, even Trump did it. Now, Trump was being hard. He said that if you want me to give you money, you better come back to this nation and hire Americans. But the fact is, they get trillions of dollars. Who else has gotten bailouts? And so many. And I already named the other groups that get reparations. All these groups have gotten trillions, billions from the federal government. No one ever tells them, pull yourselves up by your bootstrap. No one ever tells them, well, you should have worked hard and did business with each other. They only got what they got because the federal government gave them what they got. The only group that did something and got something on their own is us. We're actually the only exception to the rule.
Mhm.
Everything we got, as little as it may be, is because we worked hard from it. And not only did we not get help from the government, we succeeded in spite of the government.
In spite.
Our
Come
ancestors
on.
Everything that this man said was 100. See, people don't even want to hear the truth. That's why some of y'all dropped out. Y'all don't want to hear the truth because y'all hate black people. Y'all hate your own people. Just like my boy Brooklyn and Cali just said, we are the #1 haters of ourselves. We are the #1 haters. #1 fucking haters. And at the end of the day, the time is coming because a lot of us are already woke. But you some tiny people, I don't like some tiny. I don't like you some tiny supporting motherfuckers. Either you with our people or you're not. Dig what I'm saying? That's all. That's what I'm saying. So it's a lot of our people out here. It's a lot of people out here that's just like that. You know what I'm saying? But let me play a little bit of what's his name? Let me find him. God damn it, I forgot his name already. Joe Brown, and then I do a little sidebar, then I'm out, man. I'm getting out of here. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. All right, here we go. Y'all really, I don't know when we're gonna understand that we have to stop voting for either side. We have to stop voting for either side. It's gonna be regardless of what who wins. The same plans that's already in place is going to happen whether it's a Republican or a Democrat. So this Project 2025 fuck shit, man, please, man, y'all easily scared, easily scared. Shout out to Art Dialogue. Please subscribe to his platform.
But I gotta ask you about Kamala Harris. How you feel about her?
She's a piece of shit. I was in California. She lacked professional competence, and she worked on it by hiking up her hemline when she needed influence rather than researching. I was out in California for 15 years doing my show when she was at her peak, and she had a reputation amongst the trial lawyers of being lazy. She just hiked her skirt up and try to flirt, and she wasn't that good in the courtroom, if not pretty bad in the courtroom. So I'm not surprised at what she does. She's 60 years old, and I think listening to her word salad and the way she talks, I think she's got early onset dementia and also some problems with menopausal complications. That's that. You see, today is going to be tomorrow. So since it's going to be tomorrow, today we have tomorrow, which is why we are now. Like, what did you say? They have something in mind, but they cannot cognate getting all the way through it, which is why she's famous for this word salad garbage, and she doesn't make a bit of sense. I think since she's only 60, she's actually on a worse track than Biden was. Biden is 20-some years older than her, and he has been senile for a long time. Now, about 5 or 6 years ago, when did they start ramping up to do this? 2019. Okay, I was saying Biden has been a failure his whole adult career, a second-rate, third-string player. He's in the game, so he wants to make a name for himself. I considered him for years poor trailer park, urban trailer park trash. And he's a crook. He's a third stringer. Now, what I said he was going to do is he probably wants to claim fame for being the first person to see to it that a woman got to be president. And what I predicted, I'm slightly wrong on it, was that he was going to get in, try to get elected, and if he got one term, try to get elected for a second one. And then halfway through his term, when he had served 2 years, to retire or resign in her favor. So under the 22nd Amendment, what happens is she can serve for the final 2 years for somebody and then be elected twice more. So that woman would be able to serve 10 years, second only to Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who got elected to 4 terms before they put the amendment in place so you couldn't. Now, that said, I think, and my major at UCLA was political science, my analysis is they picked the weakest somebody they could as a figurehead, somebody who had some apparent minority status, which she does not. And what goes on is that you get her, everybody that is everybody would be afraid to go against her because of what she can pass herself off as. And then you get somebody that's easy to control because she's lazy, because she is becoming incoherent, and because she's always tried to do the casting couch to get where she wants. Now, the problem is that'll get somebody to a certain level quickly, but you can't get past that level if you don't have competence and talent. So my thing about it is if I'm crude about it, in this city years ago, I used to represent a whole bunch of pimps and hoes, and I know a hoe when I see one. And I say this, I don't care, women, you do what you want to do if you want to have recreational sex, but when you do the casting couch or anything else for professional purposes to get paid or advance, you a hoe. And she's old hoe. And the problem is what is she supposed to do? Somebody, one of her sycophant slaves comes up and unwraps her in a carpet naked at Putin's feet, and he says, "Oh, yeah, I'm Julius Caesar." He said, "No, I got better stuff here already. Plus, I don't want you anyway, you old woman. Get on up."
Brand new homes, fully sponsored by my online business. So,
You know, or Xi Jinping, is he supposed to be impressed?
I just want to skip to a certain part. I'm not gonna play this whole thing, but this is a great interview. Joe Brown is no joke, man.
In it for 7 years, trying to make political hay out of it. I was caught up in a thing where Harris says he's Caucasian, mixed and attorney general and senator, and now she becomes black. But here
we go.
You didn't even consult with us. She did this on a surprise basis. There's $15 million gone. What happened? It's the kind of thing she would do, see. So it's like that was not a good professional performance. And then she was everybody's favorite Hindu Indian prosecutor and attorney general and senator, and now she becomes black. But, you know, I met her daddy, fine gentleman, Professor Harris. And the problem with her being black is Professor Harris says he's Caucasian, mixed Irish and Hindu. He doesn't have any black ancestors, but his Irish ancestors owned a lot of slaves in Jamaica and had them to work on plantation. So if mama is on the birth certificate listed as a Caucasian, daddy says he's a Caucasian Hindu and has no black ancestors, how did she get to be black? Now, a little side story. When I had my show, let's say this has been 26 years ago, I had 2 beautiful women that I thought were sisters on the show. And they laughed one time when we all went to a happy hour and said, "You think we're black, don't you?" "Yeah, aren't you?" "No, we're Hindu." One of them said, "My mother's a Hindu Brahmin caste. My father was Hindu warrior caste. He took an oath to the family to protect her. They fell in love, eloped, and now we got a death warrant on us. We can't go back to India." So, yeah. And then they gave me 2 books. The guys were Hindu, and they were very dark, but they cut their hair off close, grew beards, and started dressing and acting black, and they got financial aid. One of them, I think, went through medical school that way, masquerading for being black. Somebody else did it. So she went to Howard. And by the way, she told one big lie when she was talking about she got bust because of something Biden did when she was running against him. Well, the yearbook that she put out there that you can still get online from her high school in Canada shows she went from kindergarten through 12th grade in Canada, never went to school in the United States of America. She was born, by the way, in the same hospital that my ex-wife was born in, the same 12-month period. And my late mother-in-law was, in fact, a pediatric nurse in that hospital when Kamala was born. And the birth certificate that she has is interesting because the confusion comes from a mistake. On the birth certificate, it lists the mother's race as Caucasian, national origin India, and religion Hindu. For the father, it does not list national origin. It does not list religion. It does not list anything about that, but where it says race, they put national origin in Jamaica by mistake. Now, if you've ever been to Jamaica and you get over to St. Elizabeth Parish, you see all the high, bright, and white that live in Jamaica. So I've got a good friend retired from law enforcement. He has a white wife, blonde-haired, blue eyes, but she was born in Jamaica. Her parents were born in Jamaica. One's blonde and blue-eyed, the other one's red-haired and gray-eyed. And they happen to be related to the King of England because they are aristocrats in England, but they were born in Jamaica. So if you go over there, you see people from Hong Kong, Singapore, New Zealand, Australia, Kenya, South Africa, you name it. It's part of the British Commonwealth, and nobody needed a passport, and you could just go in and out. So it's not unusual. You're not black just because you were from Jamaica, and you have a whole lot of white people that never left, and their ancestors owned a lot of slaves. The Maroons went up into the hill country and got themselves free back in the 1840s, but you know, other than that, it is what it is in Jamaica. So just because you're from that country does not mean you are of the black race. So the problem is why don't you go get your daddy to give you an affidavit that you have a black ancestor? And since the only possible claim you have is through your great-grandmother, who he says was a Hindu house servant that just happens to be swarthy, where'd you get your blackness from? See, you're faking it again.
So we're gonna leave that one right there. So I'm looking at the comments, right? And I would say, I mean, you know, some say that he's wrong. Talking about women and all that stuff. Opinionated. Salute to you. You've been here a few times. You said that's a lie. He said that about all women, about most women. He's disqualified and lost his own career to his escapades. Okay, now whatever that is, but I would say, is he lying about Kamala Harris? Regardless of how people feel, and y'all could be right on the most part, however how you feel. But I know sometimes women, even if they're not talking, even if somebody's not talking about them, just women in general feel like they're being talked about. So it's like, I have to defend. I mean, I guess you have a right to, but my question is he right about Kamala Harris? So that's the thing. If he's right about Kamala Harris, then everything else is irrelevant, because then that becomes personal. That becomes a personal feeling or emotion about that person. But what he's saying about this person that's been pushed around, paraded around, faking like she's one of us. And he's been exposing a lot of stuff. This guy has been around longer than all of us. I think he's probably 80 years old. And look how cognitive he is when he speaks. Look how thorough and well sharp, clear. You don't even hear like Kamala Harris. She and you know what I mean. Her speech is not that great, and y'all know her speech. She can't speak that well. You know that. She's about to be up there with Biden. Give her like 3 years. She gonna be tripping up the steps, going up the damn, going to the plane 757 shit. Okay, that bitch is like 3 scoops of ice cream away from fucking losing her memory, man. Like, all right, but let's how long I've been on here, man? 100, an hour and 47 minutes. Yeah, his memory is crazy, man. And you look how sharp and cognitive this man is, and compare Joe Brown to her speeches and how she speaks. I pick Joe Biden. Joe Brown any motherfucking day. Okay, let me give you one other example of this lady. One last example. I hope I still have it. It's short too. It's very short. This bitch is on Spacely Sprocket Rocks, man. She is smoking that shit. Just simple.
Leaders have to lead, and
Plastic straws are a big thing right now.
Yeah.
Do you ban plastic straws?
I think we should. Yes. I mean, look, I'm going to be honest. It's really difficult to drink out of a paper straw when if you're just like, if you don't gulp it down immediately, it starts to bend.
Yes.
And then, the little thing catches it. And then, so we got to kind of perfect that one a little bit more.
So you'd ban it, but rely on innovation.
I mean, we got it. Yeah. Innovation is a process, right? You don't just do it. Innovation is a process, but let's encourage innovation, and I think we could do a little bit better than some of those flimsy plastic straws.
Bitch, shut up! I need a straw now. I would just drink out of a damn cup with no top with a straw. Shut up, okay?
Shows obvious mental decline.
Our president is in good shape, in good health, tireless, vibrant, and I have no doubt about the strength of the work that we have done.
But Kamala knew Joe couldn't do the job, so she did it. Look what she got done. A border invasion, runaway inflation, the American dream dead. They created this mess. Kamala owns this failed record. Make America Great Again Inc. is responsible for the content.
And then it's probably her in his ear for him doing stuff too. And I heard she was head of the border patrol, something to that effect. Man, listen, man, come on, man. Incompetent. He says nigger here. You know he's the grand wizard, and y'all literally ran to the polls to vote this dude in. As soon as he got in, he went to everybody else, passed these laws for them, gave them money, and he spoke to Al Sharpton and the rest of them coons on a Zoom call and talking to them like they are porch monkeys, telling them that you're going to help Hispanics. Come on, man. We can't be this stupid anymore, man. All this information, you have to choose to be dumb. Black Americans, black people in general. It's too much of information that's in front of us for you not to be fucking so dumb. You choose to be ignorant. You choose to not want to know the truth. When the truth is in your face, somehow it just, I don't get it. I'm not even going to get into it. There's so much I could touch on when it comes down to the to the Hispanics right now, but I'm not even going to touch on that. I've been on here too long. They're pushing this false narrative. These Puerto Ricans. There's a platform, an account on Instagram called the Hip Hop Code Creators, and he's putting up "We Are the Culture" hashtag "We Are the Culture" just because Hispanics was around. The Frankie Lyman story. The dude, it was a Hispanic. It was actually 2 Hispanics inside of the group with Frankie Lyman. One of the dudes wrote that song. When he said the birds singing so gay, why do fools fall in love? Duh, Mike. And he is like a co-writer of that. Okay, regardless of the fact, our people open. I really don't want to. I'm trying not to get there, but they are literally revising our history just because we let y'all in the culture looked at y'all as one of us. Now, over something now that y'all are the culture. And I love my Puerto Ricans, man. I love them, but none of you dudes, man, and it hurts for me to say that because I know there's a lot of people that I grew up with and stuff like this. It's a lot of y'all I grew up with, man. It's a lot of you niggas that I grew up with in love too, man. So it's not the people that I grew up with and stuff, man. It's a lot of them niggas that I actually really love and have a lot of fucking love for, man. I'm not even gonna hold you nice. A lot of them that I fucking love, man. But the rest, like they coaches acting like they fucking like black people never act like any Puerto Ricans ever in life. We don't act like y'all. We never act or dress like y'all. Everything about y'all, especially at this point in time, it's Black American culture. And it bothers me that these motherfuckers is literally standing on top of it as if it's theirs. Yeah, I see some numbers drop out. I don't care because y'all got to look in the mirror. That's your fault. That's your fault. Y'all got us to this point. It's y'all fault. Y'all got to look in the mirror. Y'all know damn well y'all copy our shit, man. Ain't nothing. I mean, not saying y'all ain't got no beautiful culture, but we don't act like you niggas. Not nothing about your culture we act like. We just like to fuck your women. You got some beautiful ass women. I know fucked a lot of Puerto Ricans too. A lot of y'all. And I mean a lot. But goddamn, still, truth is truth. But let me get off that. Let me get off that. Let me do my sidebars. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I've been here long enough. It's still no donation. This is all right. I know how y'all get. But right here. Y'all niggas is true. Look at this shit right here. This is what we get. Thought music. Thotty thought. There's nothing like what's inspirational about this. This is how this Indian lady see y'all ass. Perform and shake your ass. And we got Quavo with his speech impediment ass and all this. I didn't even listen to those speeches. Anybody who's salute the E40, man. Wait, did E40 perform for Trump or he performed for Kamala? No, he performed for Biden. Nobody ain't really say nothing about E40 because they know they won't be able to come to the debate. E40 is still that nigga. I don't like all his music because it kind of trips me the fuck out sometimes, but he is nice. I love some of his songs. I'm not gonna lie. I fuck with E40 like real rap. I really fuck with E40 and I like E40. He's an entrepreneur as well too. But nobody speak about him performing and doing all that shit for Biden. But I wasn't feeling that either. But let's keep it pushing, man. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But I mean, I guess that check was good. I don't even think he needed. You know what I mean? But let's keep it pushing. I can't see the chat. But this dude, see, then I'm going to try not to even go in. I'm going to try not to go in.
Say that the culture is ran by Atlanta, bro. You know what I'm saying? Think about all the slang right now. All the slang, slime, twin.
First of all, I don't know no New York nigga who say twin unless you are a twin. Dick face and slime has been in New York. Nigga, Noriega and them niggas been saying that shit over 20 plus years ago. Before Lil Wayne, and then Lil Wayne was saying that, and then the fucking Young Thug and them niggas. But Nori been saying that shit. Slime been a New York term since the 90s. You late, bro. You late.
Bro,
like,
this is Atlanta.
And everybody's still saying word. I'm just chilling. I'm out. I'm bouncing. That's shit. Word. I'm hearing a lot of people even down here be saying word. I'll be looking at certain, people in different states and shit like that and be saying word. I'm like, nigga, that never was saying that shit before. Everybody's starting to say word now. Instead of saying for real, you say word. Because that's how we talk. So a lot of New York, hey, look at that spider. I ain't got my sneakers in here. Got you, motherfucker. sorry, man. I went to the kitchen to go. I was making some tea and I was washing my cup out right before I turned the knob to cut the kitchen water on. I seen a big skinny spider. Like the nigga jumped inside of the sink. I'm glad I washed all my dishes. It was just right there. Like I'm like, oh shit. I'm glad I had a cup of water because I was gonna mop the floor, and I still forgot to mop the floor. You know, y'all, you know how we do. We get a cup of water and put it on the floor and pour some fabuloso on the floor and just mop. That's how I be doing it sometimes, especially if it's not a big space to do it. Or if you know what I mean, you know how we do it. Anyway, I turned that water on. I got that cup and poured that shit on it, and it took him a minute to go down that drain, but I got his ass. That was like 2, 3 in the morning, nigga. Man, this down south shit is okay, man. But these fucking spots, yo, hold on, man. This is another sidebar, nigga. I gotta get some shit to whereas under the door, cause this is a nice trailer. I showed y'all how my crib, how my own apartment looks. It's very nice in here. It's very nice. It's well constructed, and like he hooked this shit up inside, but the little cracks from outside of the door, man, them fucking water bugs. I only seen 4. I'm keeping it in the beam. But for people in the country, y'all know, y'all seen them shits all. Y'all like, nigga, we call them roaches in New York. You can't call them roaches down here. It's water bugs. All right, bitch, a big ass roach. Fuck it. That drink a lot of water. I mean, yo, these niggas come from under the door from outside, man. Nigga, I'm not used to that shit. Big ass fucking roaches on the wall, man. I damn near jumped out my skin, cutting the light on to go in the kitchen. Nigga on the wall. I'm like, God damn, I'm almost the size of my hand, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. That shit's scary, man. These fucking roaches, man. It is crazy, man. I don't like this shit, man. Listen, when I go to sleep, I am snug, nigga. I'm a cocoon and cut that damn air conditioner on. And nigga, man, I woke up, I had a bump on my chest. Like, how the who bit me up in here, man? I'm touching it right now. How the fuck, man? Listen, man. I don't even want to go to sleep tonight. Nah, let me stop, man. But god damn, this shit ain't no joke. I got on my ankle, like these niggas is chopping. And I don't even know what it is. What the fuck is biting me, man? Some invisible shit. You know, like fucking octopus, they transform and disappear and call that shit like a goddamn. Did you call them lizard shit? You don't fucking talking about. Look, let me shut the fuck up, man, before I bring that energy for them to come get me tonight, man. I already got a bump in the middle of my fucking chest, fucking with whatever that was. Anywho, you know I'm extra, but damn it, you don't know how I feel.
Like, what are we even talking about? Slime, twin. What's up, slime? It's Atlanta.
It's Atlanta.
This is fact.
Boy,
this is Atlanta culture. Atlanta runs the culture. I stand on what I say when I say that the culture is ran by Atlanta, bro. You know what I'm saying? Think about all the slang right now.
There's another one where he said something. I don't know why this keep doing that, man. I don't know why this keep doing that. Every time I go out, it you know, it goes blank. Yeah, I remember when he put this out. He said we love ATL, but the Lil Yachty say the flyers, say the flies and the most trendsetters. I guess he meant to put flyers and the most trendsetters came from ATL. Wow, much love, bro. And Soulja Boy got at him too. Like, nah, man. He basically Soulja Boy gave props and shit like that. So
in my Cash Cobain interview podcast or Safe Place, there was a conversation about people getting fly, and I made a comment about the Bronx. And I think I said that people from the Bronx can't dress. I think. I'm not sure. Something.
He's talking that, and look how he's dressed. Look how he's dressed now, and how he always looked as he dressed. I'm gonna address what he said.
That upset people. People brought up Mapleton and whatever. But I just wanna, and I'm only talking about this because I was going through some of my clothes and I seen this New York jacket, right? And it made me think. It made me think about New York and people from New York. And when I think about the history, like just like trends and shit. Not the history, because if you go back in a certain time, it's for sure New York. But if you think about lately, right? Trends come from Atlanta. In my Cash Cobain interview,
I'm going to be very respectful when I say this. I moved down to Atlanta in '96, January. I may add, literally right after my birthday. We moved to Atlanta. We moved to my aunt. Shout out to Aunt Polly. She is the most hippest grown lady I ever know. She know all the slang and all that. I love Aunt Polly, and I really have to reach out to her. God bless her soul. And on Buford Highway, north side, where the Migos is from, but that's what you call the good part. That's not even the hood. Okay, he lived close to Buckhead. The north side is what you call the good side. All right, middle class and up. You know what I mean? However, especially when I start getting locked up, especially when I started, when I was in those group homes, I was in like 3 group homes down there, kind of crazy. But I'm not gonna go through that whole long ass story. But I would just say the only thing, I'm not gonna say some of them didn't get fly. I'm gonna say that. But I would say what was the shit far as from my recollection in Atlanta in '96, and I left in like '98. It was the 5411 Reeboks. It was the Reeboks. That was the shit. But it wasn't the shit in New York at the time. I mean, but still, you know, you probably see that one here and there, but it been played out, at least in New York. The Reeboks, the 5411s, if I'm not mistaken, polo shorts, maybe a polo shirt, tank top, herringbone chains, mouthful of gold. That was that. And that wasn't even all of them dressing like that. And a lot of the stuff, you know, it was like you got the old version of the polo shit. I'm not saying it didn't look right on them. I won't say that some of it did not look right. I won't say it. But a lot of them, there wasn't no style, my G. I remember I was in a group home. I swear to God, we was going to the Fleet. It was a outlet. We was in Georgia. I was in Winder, Georgia. We was going towards North Carolina. It was the borderline of North Carolina. I literally forgot the name of that outlet. I made sure because we worked in Winder State Park, and they taught us room and board. They taught us how to save my money. When it was time for me to leave, I had close to $1,200 saved up. Long story short, anyway, I had them drive me to the outlet that was on the borderline of Georgia and South Carolina. It was an outlet. They had the Timberland store. I bought Timberland shirts. I bought Timberland boots. I still remember. I'm looking at everything I bought. Bruce Sly stole my green Timberland fucking shirt when I came back to Atlanta. Had the yellow fleece jacket, the yellow drink. There's a lot of shit that I brought. I was still keeping my New York shit up on. You know what I'm saying? I really did. Anyway, but some niggas was wearing duck head shirts, man. Duck head. Like, it's called duck head. Like, stop it, Five. Like, stop. Stop it now. Because I could take it all the way back. Okay? So, Lulu Yachty, shut your little dusty ass up, little weirdo. Anyway, let me get off that. And we ain't following nobody now. So, please stop it. And no hate and no shade to nobody. So it is what it is. Stop that shit. A lot of motherfuckers is like 20 years late, man. And I think shut up. But we definitely on top of all that shit. But we gonna keep it pushing.
Women's 4x100 meter relay. The USA can see Jamaica early in this race. The first 2 passes have been made. Jamaica And the U.S. down the back stretch. Look at Shelly and Fraser Price go. But it's a good run from TT Terry. She has held her own, but now the Jamaicans have taken the lead. It's up to Gabby Thomas to close the gap. Gabby Thomas up against Shashalee Forbes. Thomas gets the lead. Gives it to Sha'Carri Richardson. Here comes Sharika Jackson. It's Sha'Carri and Sharika. The USA in front. Nobody's catching Sha'Carri Richardson. Women's 4x100 meter.
I want to say salute to, but now you see if Jamaica won, you would have seen a whole bunch of Jamaican flags and all that crazy shit. You see, we don't do shit what the rest of y'all do. Try to throw up in our face. You're American nigga. I ain't gonna do that. But the salute to our our Black American ladies who took that shit and kept it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Sha'Carri. Yeah, she ain't no joke. Salute to Gabby too. She was definitely doing her motherfucking thug this. So salute to them. Salute to everybody that contended. Jamaicans too, man. But when people win, they just try to shit on us because they won. And we don't do that because we win. We win. We celebrate. That's it. We don't throw that shit in people's faces. But salute to Simone. She killed that shit too. I don't want to play that song. But let me see what else before I get out of here. This dude right here. Look at this. Oh, I forgot about Kim Porter. I should have been spoke about that. Forgot.
He's fine. Crawl towards me. Come on. Keep crawling. Keep crawling. Crawl towards me. Let's go. Drop the book.
Now, so this is one of the dudes. Now watch this. You know he's saying something. They had a all that thing is muted. You just by his mannerism, his face, and everything, you know that nigga he is about to sing. It wasn't me, man. He wasn't me, man. I was there, but I was in the car, man. Niggas want to be thugged out. He came out with his dog too. Man, listen, man. The only thing I can say is to y'all young dudes, if this ever come across you, man, don't never let the streets overcome you and think jail is the shit. Like, put in your mind that you don't see jail in your future. I never saw jail in my future. I don't see jail in my future. Even though the most I did was 9 months. Did 9 months on the island. I did 4 months on the island. I did like 5 months in Atlanta as a juvenile. Then they put me in a group home. I really didn't do that much time in my lifetime. I mean, I got locked up a couple of times. Well, no, excuse me. A lot of times. Before I was doing time, the most I did was 9 months for that gun in 2004. I don't take going to jail as a badge of honor. Never did. I don't care about that shit. Who the fuck wants to be in jail, yo? I don't want to be in jail for 20, 30 plus years. I don't see that shit in my future. The streets never got my mind mentally there, only if I wanted to hurt a couple of people. But I'm glad that I have my apartment. It made me think a little better. It made me think a little smarter. I swear if it wasn't for me having my own crib at those critical times in my life as a teenager, growing up where I was growing up at, seeing, doing, living through, going through a lot of shit. If I ain't have my crib going through that, I probably would have been. I'm sorry to talk like that. Everybody has a similar story, I guess. I probably would have been definitely locked up right now. So things happen for a reason. Anyway, not to talk your head off, just don't. For you young niggas, you should never let the streets hinder you from living your life. Because once you go to jail like these motherfuckers right here, You're going to be getting letters for probably a month. You're probably going to get commissary. Few months. After that shit, everybody's going to forget about you. The only one that's probably going to be there, maybe your baby moms. Maybe because I got kids. Maybe off the strength, those your kids. But she's going to be fucking somebody else. The only ones that's going to be there is your mama, your grandmother, the ones that really fuck with you. Your sisters, shit like that. Everybody else, your homeboys, they ain't coming. This shit ain't worth it. It's never been worth it. This never been worth it. Don't ever let the streets fool you. Don't ever let the nigga that give you a pound and a hug and you smoke weed and drive and carry guns and fuck bitches with make you think that, okay, this is the motherfucker that's gonna hold you down. If anything, nigga, you better learn from other people's examples so you don't have to be the example. That's just real shit. I've been here long enough. I'm tired. I'm about to finish eating, and all y'all can kiss my ass. Yes, rest in peace to DJ Polo and Chinks Chino XL. Yes, rest in peace to them two. For real. Rest in peace, man. So any fucking way, I've been here long enough, and let me see if there's anything. Oh yeah, let me do this Kim Porter shit. And all y'all, y'all enjoy y'all the rest of your night. So alleged excerpts from Kim Porter's unreleased memoir detail violent abuse by Diddy. Claims he hit her with a chair, causing her to pass out and wake up in the hospital with her arm in a sling. So out of all of this, they still wasn't able to find her memoir. Maybe she made another copy, put it on a flash drive, and gave it to somebody. But anyway, this is gonna be my first time reading this, so I never read it at all. So it says Sean yelled, "So who the fuck are they from?" Wait, so who the fuck, all right, are they from? I was bewildered and told him honestly, I don't know, probably just a fan. He threw the attached card at me, excuse me. I picked it up and read it. Sean, he slapped me so hard I hit the ground. Sean yelled, "Who the fuck were you with the other night?" I looked down at the card that was lying on the ground next to me and it read, "The other night was amazing. We must do it again." Whatever that word is. I tried to explain. Sean, he threw the flowers at me. That's not how this works. You have my child. You don't touch anyone unless I allowed it. Freak offs. Okay. And she allegedly was doing some freak offs with him. But let's continue. I pleaded with him, "Sean, please." He yelled at me, "What?" I tried my best to calm him down. He probably didn't know it didn't come up. Your publicity dating, you publicly dating someone else. So he screamed at me. And it somehow seemed even more intense. "So you didn't tell him back off?" Sean, I didn't. And then out of nowhere, he hit me with a chair. I don't remember anything after that until I woke up in the hospital room. My arm was in a cast, hanging from a sling. My face hurt. My eyebrow was in immense pain. Excuse me. As was my lip. As I came to, the first face I saw was of the man who put me here. Wow. I never read this thing right now. I understand you're angry. I glared at him as I cut him off. "I'm serious, Sean." He spoke blandly with no energy, and tell them what that you had a car accident. They'll pity you that you hit your head. He was going to make me look crazy. They were going to believe him. He was a kingpin. You are a fucking bastard. Sean spent the next 6 months helping me heal. In 6 months. And working his way back into my life and into my bed. I was so damn stupid, and of course, I wasn't cast for either movie. From what I understand, the producer died of pneumonia. Wow. It's my first time reading this. So that just tells you a lot about this dude. Anyway, I'm gonna touch more on that at a later date, but I've been here long enough.